Hello to you all. This is going to be a special video from myself or the people from inside the group. So as you can see, most of the times we are reading around, even if it's my brothers or on the news, on everywhere, and we see that, the prices, everybody is bullish, they expect the price to go higher and higher. Yet somehow we have these kind of periods when we see like 10%, 20%, drawdowns, and we wonder why. Like, what if they are telling me that that guy bought for that hedge fund 1 billion in crypto? Tesla made a big announcement the other day accepting crypto for payments, or all these big news, and they work for a while, and yet somehow the next day the market completely crashed. Like, it makes no sense, right? So for this, I kind of started and spent the entire day, to investigate, and also, I find out some very interesting, details around it. So I'm going to start, first to explain how actually, I'm thinking, and I'm making this assumption, on the Bitcoin, because it represents almost 2/3, of the entire crypto market, and is the most powerful one. And I would say 90% sure that all these rules, they apply to the other altcoins as well. So first, in order to start this, let's explain. I'm going to explain actually, the distribution of the wealth, of the Bitcoin. And as you can see, for example, in this link, I'm going to put it down below. So we have here multiple categories. We have the shrimps, crabs, octopus, fish, dolphin, shark, whale. What we have to worry about, like for example, the crabs and the shrimps, which have, for example, less than 1 BTC or below between 1 and 10. These are more or less like the retailers, and everything after that, like maybe some octopus as well, but maybe not. From here to here, it start the professional side, and we have the whales and the humpback, which this is going to be like big corporations, like for example Tesla. So if we go down, for example, here on the supply, if we go here on the distribution, we can see, like for example, from all the Bitcoin that it hits, the crab and the shrimp actually have the lowest one. So we have 5%, from the shrimp out of the entire, population of the Bitcoins, and 9%, from the crab. So we would have, let's say we have $100. Of these $100, we, the normal people, the normal guys who are trying, to make some money for a living and improve our lives and so on, we only have 14%, out of 14%, out of these $14 out of 100. While all these other big guys, they control all of that. And if you look around it at the same time, as you can see, we are actually, the millions. So all of us, the shrimps and the crabs, we only have 14%, but we are actually, like 22 millions. Let's see. So for $14, there are 23 millions of people, and for the other 86 left, we have less than 100. And we have here this bunch of 1,000 and 2,000, which they actually control, the entire market. So, these big guys, they are the ones who control the entire market. What it was, I think at the beginning. So if you see, if you are going to take these big guys, look at this graph representing it. So this whale, if we take this and this, the whale and the humpback, these two are controlling, kind of the entire market, so these big guys, well, it's 40%. But exchanges, I kind of consider the exchanges as well, from the big guys. So we would have 25 with 20, almost half, almost half of the market is going to be controlled by this guy. And from the middle, I'm going to divide them. But you have to first understand this representation. So you have a bunch of guys who are controlling more than half, of the distribution of the Bitcoins. And then you have the retailers. So what's the thing about the retailers? So like I said before, we had $100. But out of these $100, only those that are in general from here, from the retailers and from the crabs, are going to be for sale. Which means all of these in general, the $80 or $90 left that we got here, these are you know, they belong, you know, to this big foundation, and they are just holding them. They are not going to trade them. Some of them bought them in 2016, 17, 18, 19, and they keep buying and buying and buying. And from where they are buying? They are buying from us. You know, they are buying from the small guys. So yeah, now that I established a little bit, you know, this distribution with the Bitcoin, well, I'm going to explain a very powerful theory which I found, which is called the Max Pain theory. And then I'm going to prove it that is actually, you know, it's well, of course, it's not going to be bulletproof 100%, but I'm proving that, you know, it makes this sense. So you see, all these big guys, in order to make money, and of course, you know, some of the middle as well, and some of the retailers as well, but mostly the big guys, they are playing with options. And in this case, what they are doing, you know, they are with the expire contracts, and in general, at the end of each Friday of the month, you know, this contract is going to expire. And not just that, but at the same time, it's going to be the perfect point. Like, they manipulate the market in such a way, like after these tips is going to happen, because they are going to make market from expiring of this contract. At the same time, it's going to be a lot of new potential for them, you know, to enter into new trades. So whenever we are going, at least for example, I saw in the last half, you know, in the last half of a year, I didn't check below that, because since half a year more or less is when this crypto, you know, started to go crazy and the big institutions started to go into it more and more. But I'm pretty sure if you're going to check in the past, you're going to find, you know, some correlation like this as well. So in general, you know, if we take the chart here, like for example, look, right now, for example, we are 25. Tomorrow it's going to be 26th, the Friday. So if you see the price before, more or less 1 week before the expire of these options contracts, it was more or less okay. Like, we were in almost, you know, around 60,000. Like the last Friday, we were in 60,000. Tomorrow, because it's going to be the expire of this contract, look at this difference. So it's already a 10% dip. When you take this amount and you leverage it, like 5 times, 10 times, you are going to double your account. You know, when you are a big guy. And what's the thing with this? How it actually works? Let's say, for example, I'm the big guy. You know, I'm here. So I'm going to put, I don't know, I'm going to sell 100 millions, you know, in the crypto. After that, you are going to have this poor little guy from here, this poor shrimp, is going to see, you know, oh my God, this market, you know, it's already crashed 2%, 3% against me. Okay, I'm going to sell. So it's going to go, you know, panic sell over and over again. And the more it's going down, the more, you know, the more people are going to sell, you know, they because they got scared. That's why one of the main rules, you know, in general, from the beginner and newcomer, is to just hold, because this way you are not going, you know, until you actually sell that asset that you have, you're not going to lose anything. So what's going to happen? This rich guy, you know, put a buy order here, and a sell order, sorry, and pam, it went down. And more or less he made 10%, you know, with this. And at the same time, tomorrow I'm pretty sure that more or less the price is going to be around this zone, let's say around 50,000. I'm telling like this. And what's going to do? Well, now because you have a lot of fishes, shrimps, which are afraid and they are going to sell, you are going to open the market, you know, for these big guys. So now they had 50%. Now because of this, now they are going to have, I don't know, 10 more percent. And soon, maybe I'm exaggerating, but maybe 1%, 2%. But if you count like this, you know, over and over again, each end of the month, you know, that's how the poor guys are staying poor and the big guys, you know, are going rich. So let's see this. This is, for example, one example, like for example, for March. Let's go in February. Look in February. The last Friday, you know, because it's marked, you know, with this yellow, it was 26th of Friday as well. What did happen? Like I said, previously 1 week, the price was more or less 56. Well, after that, you know, some days it went 2 more candles, more or less. And then again, bam, from here to here. Oh, almost 20%, you know, it went down now. Again, for the big guys, 20% of winnings. And then again, buying here, bam, another 30%, bam, and so on. And again, let's go, for example, in March, in January. Look in January as well. Which is the lowest point, as usual. More or less is going to be the lowest amount of month. Like, look here and here. Well, yeah, after that it's going to start to recover. But if you notice this point, 1 week before and 1 week before, when we are at the end of the month, 29th of January, we are almost near the lowest point, you know, of it, which was 30,000. And from here, let's say from the last week until here, yeah, more or less not so much, you know. Yeah, here maybe we didn't have so much movement, but you can still see how at the end of the month, you know, we have the down trend. We see how it's going down. And then at the beginning of the month, it's going to go higher. Then December, we didn't have so much movement because, of course, it's the vacation and, you know, and the stocks in general, you know, people are at home, they don't give too much attention and so on. But let's go, for example, November. Look, November again. Bam! We are here, 18,000. Well, November, Friday, 17,000. Bam! Again, another 10%. Let's go October. So October more or less stay the same. September. Look, September again. September. Bam. From 80 from the last week. Until here, well, 3%, 5%. August. Again. It went more at the end of the August. And so each Friday we have this massive, I don't know what happened here. This change, you know, from August to September, this is another story. But yeah, as you can see, because of these options, you know, which we have here, I will pass the link, you know, so you can check more about it. You know, that's how big guys are manipulating the market, and you know, the poor people are going to go out because of the, you know, because of the fear that they get into it. So what am I suggesting to you? From now on, like for example, take my, let's take for example one of my products. Let's take for example the Bitcoin USD. Yeah, let's go with BTC USDT purple. So we have exactly, you know, look, we went 118, but with 25. On 21, it's already told us, you know, that it's going to go down. Yeah. So on 21, it's already telling us to go down. And now we are in a short position. So it's actually, you know, he's right. He's still right. It's 7%, you know, in the profit. Although I'm using it mostly for long, you can see it can work for, you know, it can work for short as well. Let's take, for example, the other list node of a month. Again, look, started, it ended the buy, and it already told us on 22 to exit. If we would exit from here, it saved us 16%, you know, until this point. Let's take, for example, January. In January again, 11, well, we exit from here until the last point. We exit 15%. We save 15% again. So yeah, sometimes, you know, maybe the winnings are, you know, are not so massive, but we have to take in consideration, you know, all these factors as well, how much it can save you, you know, from all the losses. But yeah, anyway, I want you to keep this in consideration, and you know, like even if it's a fully automatic tool, when it's going to apply, you know, when you're going to apply the human touch into it, is going to perform much better, you know. So yeah, let's take for example, you know, because I made a test with BTC. Let's go ETH USDT. Let's go for example ETH, because it's correlated. So I'm 100% sure it's going to happen the same. Look, 12 of March, 19 March, 11%. February, 26 February, the last Friday. From the previous Friday until this one, look, we were in almost in 20,000. We broke the 20,000 for 25%. Again, January, last January it was here. More or less, it was kind of this side market, you know. Here the rule might not apply, you know, so much. Here for December, as you can see again, the price went down a little bit, not so much, because we were in a strong bull market at the moment. But then again, November, again, end of the month, bam, 13%. October, last October, again, 7%. So you see, take into consideration, you know, when you see this month candle, like you see all this month candle, January, February, you know, when you see this close point, because this is the this is the close point, this is more or less the close point, you know, this close point is in general, you know, where we happen this big dip, and it's happened, as you can see, because of these black whales, hummocks, you know. Look at this difference, like 70%. Look at this difference here, 30%. 10%. Yeah, sometimes maybe not. Sometimes not so much. But in this bull market that we are here right now, you know, this is the situation, and this is the problem that we have. So yeah, taking consideration this, I truly, you know, like for example, some news that I have. Tesla, they bought 2 billions. Elon Musk said better BTC than fiat because of the inflation and so on. Michael Saylor, another billionaire, 30%. Winklevoss twins, billionaires, again from half a billion, and many more billion, which are not even here. Yeah, when you see these dips, that's when you have to understand that big guys are when they are making themselves richer and richer, because you know people get afraid, and when they get afraid they start to sell. So the other guys are going to be there, you know, for the entries. And this graph, like I said previously, this graph from here is going to better I use this one. So this one, for example, these four guys right now it's at 4.9. It's going to be here 2.5. The crabs as well. It's going to be 7, 6. But these guys, it's going to be 20 and 20. These are going to control, you know, the market. And when these things are going to happen, when they are going to be, you know, the full majority, like more than 50% and so on, you know, on top of it, that's when it's kind of game over, you know, for these guys. And when they are going to control this, they are going with, you know, all the schemes and things like that. And because it's a market which is not regulated, you know, they can do whatever they want. They're already doing it. But if they will continue like this, you know, we are going to, yeah, I consider myself as well. I'm in this one of these two categories. So, you know, we are going to be the one who suffer. So that's why we have to be smarter. We have to play their game. We enter in this game, you know, and we have to. Sometimes you don't have to follow the rules. Sometimes, you know, you have to watch from the, you know, you have to see the entire picture. No, you have to believe it like it's a movie. And you know, the movies it's made from frames, frame by frame. And unfortunately, most of us, you know, they are just watching at this specific frame time that we have right now. Like you can see here, if I take this, it's telling me, well now starting to, this is, let's see. Yeah, we see this entire frame. Like you see here, you know, like for example, you are here and you're like, damn man, look at this, you know, it went so much down. You know, we have this strong bear movement, we lost 8%, fuck, we are going to lose everything. No man, no, you just keep it. When you see this, you buy more. And when you reach this, you buy even more. And then, bam, you will reach 60,000 and you made 18% or 20%. In my case, for example, I go leverage like 2 or 3 times. You know, right now, for example, this is telling me that I'm a short, and I know that more or less the next entry is going to be around this place. It's going to be around between here. So I entry at here. I entry with 51,000 right now. I have half a Bitcoin entry with this, with 51,000. So I believe it's going to go back to 60. I'm pretty sure. I am 90% more. 90% I would say more or less. Because we are still not in that end of the bull market, you know. Yeah, it's going to come, but not yet. We are not there. The volume is telling me this, the volatility is telling me this, the news is telling me this, the fundamentals, the sentiment, everything is telling me that we are still in the bull movement. So yeah, we have to play smarter, and we have to be smarter than them. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this and you would make use for it in the future. And thank you for watching, and we'll keep in touch. Peace out.